Before I explain anything, I want you to try something. Here is a sentence. You will hear it once. Please report any damaged equipment so the staff can remove it before someone gets hurt. Say it back, out loud, right now. Most people get about half of it, and the strange part is that you understood every single word while you were listening. Nothing in that sentence was difficult. No advanced vocabulary, no complex grammar. You understood it completely, and then 3 seconds later, you could not produce it. Every video about this task tells you that you have a memory problem. You don't. Your memory worked perfectly. It held on to the meaning of that sentence, and it will still be there tomorrow. What it dropped was the exact wording. And the exact wording is the only thing this task actually scores. That one distinction changes how you should practice. So in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you the 4 separate reasons people go blank on this task, because the fix is completely different for each one. I will show you how to figure out which one is yours in about 2 minutes. I will give you the exact scoring math that most channels get wrong, including one number that will stop you from panicking on test day. And then we practice together. 22 sentences built at the real syllable lengths, ending with a full 7-sentence simulation. Let's start with what the test actually does, because you cannot solve a problem you have not measured. Listen and repeat is the first of 2 speaking tasks on the TOEFL as of January 2026. You get 7 sentences. All 7 belong to one situation, like a campus tour or a set of instructions, so there is a picture on screen, and the part of the picture that matches each sentence lights up as you hear it. The sentence plays exactly once. There is no replay button, and there is no text anywhere on the screen. After the audio stops, there is a short pause, then a beep, and the beep is your signal to speak. Do not start before the beep. Your recording window grows as the sentences grow. Sentences 1 and 2 give you 8 seconds. Sentences 3, 4, and 5 give you 10. Sentences 6 and 7 give you 12. Now hold on to that number for a second. 12 seconds. Saying a 15-word sentence out loud takes you about 5. So on the hardest questions of this task, you are given more than double the time you need. Nobody rushes because the clock is short. People rush because they are panicking. Those are different problems, and the second one is fixable. Now here is the scoring, and I want to be careful with this because I have seen 2 popular videos get it wrong. Each individual sentence is scored 0 to 5, not 1 to 5, not 1 to 6, 0 to 5. Your 7-sentence scores get averaged together into one listen and repeat score. Separately, your 4 interview answers get averaged into one interview score. Those 2 numbers are then averaged with each other to produce your speaking band, which runs from 1.0 to 6.0 in half-point steps. Read that again, because there is something buried in it. 7 of your 11 speaking items come from this task, but the task itself is worth exactly half of your speaking band, which means one single sentence in listen and repeat is worth about 7% of your speaking score. 7%. If you completely destroy one sentence, if you say nothing at all, if you get a 0, your band moves by roughly 1/3 of a point. I am telling you this because the biggest score killer on this task is not the sentence you missed. It is what happens in your head during the next sentence while you are still thinking about the one you missed. Students lose questions 6 and 7 because they are still emotionally processing question 5. Let it go. It is 7%. The next sentence is worth more than the one you already lost. Second thing hiding in that math. Because the 7 sentences are averaged, they all carry identical weight. Sentence 1, The short, easy one counts exactly as much as sentence 7, the long, brutal one. So do the arithmetic on that. Perfect fives on the first 5 sentences, and then you fall apart on the last 2 and score a 2 and a 3. Add it up. 30 points across 7 sentences. That is a 4.3 out of 5, from a performance where you objectively failed the 2 hardest questions. The first 5 sentences are where your score lives. Protect them like they are the whole test. Okay, now the part nobody covers. When you go blank, one of 4 things went wrong, and they need 4 different solutions. Most students practice the wrong fix for months because nobody ever told them to diagnose first. Failure 1. You never heard the words at all. Native speed English compresses. Should have becomes shoulda. Want to becomes wanna. The final consonant of one word glues on to the start of the next. If your ear did not separate the stream into words, there was nothing to store, nothing to forget. It never arrived. Failure 2. You heard it and lost it. You could feel the sentence in your head for about 1 second, and then it evaporated before the beep. This is the classic one, and it is the only one that is truly about memory. Failure 3. You kept it and you said it wrong on purpose. You heard, students who forget their card can still enter, and you said, students who forget their cards can still get in. You knew the sentence, you just delivered the meaning instead of the words. This is the sneakiest one because it feels like success. Failure 4. You had every word and your mouth failed you. You knew it said asked, and what came out was ask. You knew it said months, and what came out was month. The information was there, the articulation was not. So here is your diagnostic, and I want you to do this tonight. Record yourself attempting 10 sentences. Then, for each mistake, ask one question. Could I have written the sentence down correctly if you had given me a pen and 10 seconds? If no, and you could not even reconstruct it on paper, that is failure 1 or 2. If yes, if you knew exactly what it said and your mouth still produced something different, that is failure 3 or 4. Those 2 branches need opposite training, and I see students grinding note-taking drills for weeks when their real problem was consonant clusters. Let's fix each one. For failure 1, hearing, the answer is shadowing. Not repeating after the speaker, speaking along with the speaker in real time, about half a second behind, like a translator. Podcasts, news, anything. 10 minutes daily. Shadowing forces your ear to process compressed speech at full speed because you have no time to decode it consciously. For failure 2, holding, use chunking. Break the sentence into meaning blocks as it arrives. During the winter months, that is 1 block. Several outdoor courts are closed. 2nd block. For regular maintenance, 3rd. Your working memory holds roughly 7 items. 15 separate words will overflow it. 3 chunks will not. But now I have to warn you about something because chunking has a trap in it, and I have never once seen a video mention this. Chunking stores meaning. This task scores wording. When you retrieve a sentence from a meaning block under pressure, your brain very helpfully hands you a synonym. It gives you get in instead of enter. It gives you students instead of the students. You feel completely confident because the meaning is perfect and you have just walked into failure 3. So here is the fix. Chunk to hold the sentence, then lock the first 3 words verbatim. The opening words are the anchor. Once your mouth is already producing the exact original phrasing, the rest of the sentence tends to follow in its original form, because you have started the actual sentence rather than a reconstruction of it. If you start with your own words, you will finish with your own words, every time. While we are on the subject, let me settle the note-taking argument, because 3 of the most watched videos on this task teach first-letter note-taking, and none of them mention the cost. You do get scratch paper on the TOEFL, so yes, you can physically write during this task. But writing splits your attention at the exact moment you need all of it on the audio, and there is no preparation window afterward to decode what you scribbled. You go straight to the beep. And there is a second cost. The scoring engine measures your pauses and your speaking rate. Reading letters off a page makes people sound slow and mechanical, and that costs you on delivery, even when every word is correct. So my honest position, test it. Run 10 sentences with notes and 10 without. Score both and keep whichever wins. For most students, it helps on sentences 6 and 7 and hurts everywhere else. Do not adopt a technique because a video told you to. Adopt it because your own recordings proved it. Now, failure 4, the mouth. This one depends entirely on your first language, which is why generic advice never fixes it. English packs consonants at the ends of words, and most languages do not. If you speak Turkish, you will tend to insert a small vowel to break up a cluster, so asked becomes something closer to asked. If you speak Arabic, watch the P and B distinction, and watch clusters at the start of words. Spanish speakers often add an E before an S cluster, so student arrives as estudent. Japanese and Korean speakers tend to add a vowel after final consonants. Mandarin speakers frequently drop final consonants entirely. Those endings carry grammar. The S on the end of a word tells the scorer whether you heard a plural. The D tells it whether you heard past tense. Drop it and you did not accurately repeat the sentence, no matter how well you understood it. Find the 2 or 3 sounds your language does not have and drill only those. Do not practice pronunciation in general. Practice your specific gaps. Last strategy, and this is the one I most wish somebody had told me. What do you do in the middle of an answer when you realize the second half of the sentence is gone? Because it will happen. And what you do in that second and a half decides whether you get a 3 or a 1. 4 rules. Do not restart. Going back to the beginning burns your window and adds repeated words that count against you. Do not fill the gap with sound. No no Every added word lowers your accuracy score. Silence costs you nothing in accuracy. Filler costs you every time. Do not improvise the ending. If you invent a plausible finish, you have replaced correct words with wrong ones. A sentence that stops early is scored higher than a sentence that finishes incorrectly. And keep your delivery normal. Do not slow down and start crawling through the words you do have. Say the part you know at natural speed, with normal rhythm and normal intonation, and stop when you run out. Half a sentence delivered cleanly and confidently is worth real points. A full sentence delivered as a nervous, hesitant guess is worth almost none. All right, enough theory. Let's train. 15 sentences coming in 3 groups at the exact syllable lengths the real test uses. Repeat each one out loud immediately after you hear it. Record yourself if you can, because you will not catch your own errors otherwise. Group 1. Short sentences, 9 to 11 syllables, like test questions 1 and 2. On these, do not take notes and do not chunk. Just hold the whole thing and say it back.
The front desk closes at 6 tonight.
Please sign in before entering the lab.
Lockers are available near the entrance.
Your student card opens the side door.
Towels must be returned after each visit.
Quick check on that last one. Did you say towels and returned with the endings attached? Say it again if you dropped either. Group 2. Medium sentences, 14 to 16 syllables, like test questions 3 through 5. Start chunking here. And remember the anchor. Lock the opening words exactly.
Group classes are listed on the schedule near the entrance.
You can reserve a practice room online up to 1 week ahead. Please return the equipment to the shelf where you found it.
Water fountains are located at both ends of the hallway.
Staff can answer questions about membership and monthly fees.
Check yourself on that one. Did you say staff can answer? Or did you say the staff can answer? Adding a word you did not hear costs you the same as dropping one. Group 3. Long sentences, 19 to 23 syllables, matching questions 6 and 7. Full 12-second window on the real test. Take your breath after the beep, then deliver.
If the pool is crowded, you may be asked to share a lane with another swimmer.
Members who arrive after closing time will not be allowed into the building.
During the winter months, several outdoor courts are closed for regular maintenance.
Students who forget their card can still enter by signing the visitor log.
Please report any damaged equipment so the staff can remove it before someone gets hurt.
That last one is the sentence from the beginning of the video. Compare it to your first attempt. Now the full simulation. 7 sentences, 1 scenario, exactly like test day. They get longer as they go. No stopping between them and no second chances. Here is your situation. You are training as a volunteer guide at a university greenhouse. Listen to your supervisor and repeat each sentence immediately.
Welcome to the university greenhouse. Please keep the glass doors closed behind you. Tropical plants are grown inside the heated room to your right. Please do not touch the young seedlings in the trays near the window. Watering cans are stored beneath the long metal tables. If you are working on a research project, please write your name in the logbook. Volunteers meet here every Saturday morning to repot plants and clear the walking paths.
Done. Now go back through your recording and score each sentence 0 to 5 the way the real test does. 5 is perfect. 4 is one small slip. Below that, count the missing and changed words. And then do the thing that actually matters. For every mistake, name which of the 4 failures caused it. Did you not hear it? Not hold it? Not preserve the wording? Or not produce the sounds? Write it down. After 20 sentences, a pattern shows up, and that pattern is your study plan. That is the whole method. Diagnose before you drill. Chunk to hold. Anchor the opening words. Protect the first 5 sentences. And when a sentence collapses, deliver what you have cleanly and let the rest go. This task rewards volume more than almost anything else on the TOEFL because it is a processing skill, and processing speed only improves through repetition. A full 7-sentence set takes under 2 minutes. You can do 15 sets a day without it eating your schedule. If you want hundreds of these with scoring on the official rubric, along with every other task type on the 2026 test, that is what we built Exam for. Link is in the description. And if this video helped, tell me in the comments which of the 4 failures is yours. I read them, and if one shows up more than the others, that is the next video I make. See you in the next one.